The crystalline chambers of Nexus Station hummed with an energy that existed beyond the visible spectrum, a frequency that would have liquefied human neural tissue in seconds. Council member Zeftar adjusted his temporal displacement field, ensuring the meeting remained hidden from all prying sensors, especially those of the newest species to stumble into their galactic community. The humans cannot learn of this. Zeftar's voice resonated through the quantum-locked chamber, his 6 arms gesticulating with increasing agitation. Project Seedling was meant to remain classified for another millennium. Across the luminescent table, High Arbiter Velnara's compound eyes flickered with ancient concern. Her species had overseen galactic development for over 50,000 cycles, yet nothing had prepared them for the anomaly that was humanity. "Too late," she whispered, her words causing ripples in the space-time fabric around them. "Our monitoring stations detected a breach. 2 humans have accessed the restricted archives on Kepler 442b. Meanwhile, 67 light-years away on the resource extraction world of Kepler 442b, Dr. Elsa Chen felt her hands tremble as she stared at the alien text scrolling across her portable translator. The archaeological dig had been routine until they'd uncovered the buried facility. Technology so advanced it made their fastest quantum computers look like stone tools. "Helen, you need to see this," she called to her research partner, Dr. Helen Rodriguez, who was carefully documenting the geometric patterns etched into the facility's walls. Helen approached, her dark eyes reflecting the eerie blue glow emanating from the alien console. "What is it, more navigation charts?" "No," Elsa's voice barely rose above a whisper. This is about us, about Earth, about how we were never supposed to survive our own nuclear age." The translated text revealed impossible truths. Humanity had been part of an experiment called Project Seedling, designed by the Galactic Council 12,000 years ago. Earth had been one of thousands of worlds seeded with primitive life, all carefully monitored and guided toward technological development. But something had gone catastrophically wrong with Earth's programming. Back in the hidden chamber, Zeftar's species-specific panic pheromones filled the air, though the environmental systems quickly neutralized them. The humans were supposed to follow Pattern 7, technological advancement balanced with spiritual enlightenment, resulting in peaceful integration into galactic society after exactly 4,300 years. Instead, Velnara continued accessing holographic data streams. They achieved nuclear fission centuries ahead of schedule, survived their own destructive phase through sheer stubborn will, and developed space travel using methods our scientists insisted were theoretically impossible. The data painted a picture that should have been absurd. Humans had broken every carefully calculated progression model. They'd survived ice ages that should have reset their civilization, bounced back from plagues that eliminated other species entirely, and somehow turned their greatest weakness, their tendency toward conflict, into their greatest strength. On Kepler 442b, Elsa's hands flew across the alien interface, her engineering background allowing her to navigate the complex systems with startling intuition. The deeper she dug, the more horrifying the truth became. "Helen, look at this," she said, her voice tight with controlled anger. Every major disaster in human history, the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs, the Toba supervolcano eruption, even the Black Death, they were all part of the experiment. Population control measures. Helen stared at the data, her archaeological training helping her piece together the timeline. 65 million years of guided evolution. They've been playing God with our entire planet. But the files revealed something else. Something that had the Galactic Council in emergency session after emergency session. Humanity wasn't just surviving their manipulations. They were thriving because of them. Every catastrophe had made them stronger, more adaptable, more unified in the face of extinction. In the hidden chamber, Council member Crixnon, whose species had never faced an existential threat in their billion-year history, spoke with something approaching awe. "The humans have done what we believed impossible. They've turned artificial selection pressure into evolutionary advantage. Their art speaks of struggle and triumph. Their science advances through failure and persistence. Their societies grow stronger through adversity. More disturbing, Velnara added, is their reaction to discovering they're not alone. Other species retreat, seek protection, request gradual integration. Humans immediately began developing faster ships, better weapons, and started asking questions about galactic governance structures. Zeftar's temporal sensors detected quantum fluctuations from the direction of human space. They're coming. Somehow they've managed to trace our monitoring stations back to their source. On Kepler 442b, Elsa had discovered the location of the primary council meeting space, hidden in a pocket dimension near the galactic core. More importantly, she'd found something the council had never intended to leave in their archives: detailed schematics for their dimensional folding technology. "Helen, how long would it take to build a quantum tunnel using these specifications?" she asked, already knowing the answer would be impossible. "With our current technology? Maybe 50 years? Helen replied. Then she paused, studying the equations more carefully. "Unless we bypass the safety protocols and use our nuclear arsenals as power sources, then maybe 50 days. The two women looked at each other, both understanding the implications. The Galactic Council had spent millennia carefully managing the development of thousands of species, but they'd never dealt with a species that had learned to thrive on impossible odds, to turn limitations into advantages, and to unite in the face of deception. 57 days later, the emergency alarms in Nexus Station began wailing as human ships materialized directly within their supposedly impregnable dimensional barriers. The lead vessel transmitted a simple message across all frequencies. "We need to talk." Council member Zeftar slumped in his chair, all 6 arms drooping with defeat. They weren't supposed to survive their nuclear age. High Arbiter Velnara watched the human ships holding position just outside the station, their weapons powered down but clearly visible. After 50,000 cycles of careful manipulation, they were about to face the one thing they'd never planned, for genuine equals who had discovered the truth. "Perhaps," she said quietly, "that was the real experiment all along." The hidden meeting was over. A new age of galactic politics was about to begin,